Welcome to the Big Ass Cornhole Show with Sean and Dane, the hosts you know, talking cornhole life and random fun. Grab a beer, let's get it done. From tossing bags to let's wild ride, tune in and join the party, don't you hide. It's the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast time with Sean and Dane. It's always prime. With Sean is done.
All right, well, welcome back to yet another episode of the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Sean and Dane are with you as always. What's going on, man?
Not too much, man. Just another day, another dollar, back again. Just a lot of football.
All right, we'll make the boys holla at home and tell the folks what we're sipping on tonight in our favorite segment called What You Drinking?
What you drinking? I was sipping on some Miller Lights. You know, just the old tried and true. Nothing wrong with that. Longish weekend. Let's just give a shout out to our sponsor right
Let's
now.
do it.
Random spot, but hey, Draggin Bags.
We love you.
Love you. If you haven't been around and you didn't hear, but you know the reigning champions are Draggin Bag throwers.
They work.
So hey, guys, this bag right here, Draggin Bags. Yeah, you should probably go get some because they clearly work. We've been telling you.
If you've always been on the fence, like we get these days, people tend to firmly establish themselves in a camp of bags.
Yeah, you
right?
don't have to
You don't
be
like
loyal.
to venture out. I'm telling you, like this is verified facts. Like you don't have to be worried when you venture out and try something new.
Yes.
Make your Draggin Bags.
Do you only have like one type of t-shirt? Do you only wear one type of underwear? I mean, maybe that's a little different, but again, you own different things. One hat? No, you own multiple hats.
Multiple.
Okay?
Many.
For different occasions. Why can't your bags do that? And Draggin Bags has a bag for every occasion. So head over to Draggin Bags, baby. Pick up a set today.
For sure. We have some serious audio gold this week.
We do, man. Had lots of guests.
We did tons of guests. So the bulk of this episode is going to be us breaking down everything teams and kind of like ACL.
Yeah,
with a special guest, one of our favorite former ACL pros, Mr. Eric Tscherne, who broke down, created this kind of like this spreadsheet that we were kind of going over, and it breaks down basically power rankings for teams and kind of making predictions on where we think teams might finish throughout the year. So it's a really awesome discussion.
Basically give numeric values of where teams stand now and where they would have finished last year. It's interesting. And
then we are joined by the current reigning doubles signature champions, Mr. Ryan Wiedenfeld, Mr. Chris Roybal, and one of our favorite human beings of all time, Mr. Daniel Lambert, owner of Draggin Bags.
Papa Lambs.
Hell yeah. So it's an awesome episode. Hope you guys enjoy. But before we get into anything else, we're going to let you know what's going on in our lives in a segment we call In and Around the Hole.
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
So, I mean, let's just start off the rip. I know everyone's dying to know every week. Like, we murdered it last week in the Sim League.
Yes.
Like 8 under par.
Yeah, it was
could not believe that wasn't the round, like the best
Dude,
round.
Yeah,
though.
somebody had
Damn,
a
we got
day.
some competition though. Somebody shot 9 unders.
Yeah.
That's fucking good.
But dude, I was super proud with how we shot, especially
Yeah.
because we could barely get off the tee, but it was
Fuck, dude.
hit just some
So
miracle
annoying.
shots.
No,
To save
okay,
us,
let's be
dude.
fair.
It was
I
insane.
started to find it a little bit.
Oh no, you were not the problem. Okay, I was very erratic. But no, our recovery shots were unreal. Unbelievable. Like some of the shots we hit last week should have never happened. So I was just very
There was one point in the
pumped
round
about
where I
that.
convinced myself, I'm like, I'm never hitting driver again. 3 wood is it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I might just always hit my 5 iron. And now I'm like, maybe I should just get a 2 iron.
Yeah, just go 2 iron just to split the
Shit.
difference. But I hit a 3 wood off the front foot that it went up like a pitching wedge over trees and carried about 220 and flopped like 10 feet from the pin. That's
pretty sweet.
I have no idea where that one came from, but hey, I'll take it. Yeah, we're starting off hot.
What'd you do this weekend?
So this weekend, wife and I had a just like a little staycation, if you will. Stayed at the Hilton downtown where we got married.
Nice.
Just had a nice, downtown dinner, and then headed to the hotel. Drank at the bar. We saw a cheerleading competition happening. So at the local the Huntington Convention Center right next door, where RIP Cleveland Open was supposed to be there, now returning, will be in that same location. But they had a cheer competition going on, so some of the girls were staying at the Hilton.
Okay.
Same as us. So we're down in this bar, and they're just doing tumbles like right down like in front of us while we're drinking. Like it was kind of awesome because we were both toasted at that time. So yeah, it was very interesting. And then like it was all fun and games. Like these girls were like just like into maybe high school, like maybe just under, but like good enough to do some serious shit on tumbling. So like we were watching like full double backflips on like hard pavement.
Yeah,
they were just springing up and doing this shit.
Like,
so
where are your parents?
Yeah, they were all there cheering them on.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and then one girl ended up getting hurt, and that was the end of the fun.
Okay,
so
makes sense.
Yeah, had a lovely evening there, but like besides that, dude, pretty chill. Just caught up on some chores and rest, and no complaints. But yeah, had a fun little Saturday. Watched a bunch of football, man. It was just a lot of football
for sure.
No problem there. How about you?
Kind of just like a easy, productive weekend at home.
Yeah,
just got some stuff done, like changed the shower heads.
Oh,
I know.
There you go. I just like CLR it, you know.
Yeah, changed the shower heads. Just a bunch of stuff around the house.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter ended up getting lice, which was awesome. So
added chores,
dealing with all that shit. So I know my wife is just about like at her wit's end. It's just been like a bunch of shit like all happening at once for us. Like so, like financially, it's just been a very like not good 6 months for us.
Just a little stressful.
Yeah, man. It's just like everything. So just little things. So like we hosted the family for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
At some point during this party, our couch got broken. A very expensive couch that we just got like less than a year ago. That like
it's a beautiful couch.
I'm pretty pissed. I was not happy that this happened. I was trying not to let it go, or I was trying to let it go, but it was not working very well. All right, I'll just put it that way. So luckily, couch is still under warranty. So a guy comes out today to fix it. Right, fixes it. Perfect. Apparently, some clip broke off the spring. I don't fucking know. Fixes it. It's happy. Right. My wife texts me as I'm getting here. Hey, you know the spot that I always sit on the couch? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it won't work. I'm like, what do you mean it won't work? She's like, it won't work.
I wonder, did he unplug it?
No,
when he was working on it.
She checked it.
Okay.
She's like, before I called you, because she's like, I know that would be the first thing he said. I double checked it, and she's like, it's still attached, but she's like, there's just nothing there. I'm like, when he fixed that the other portion, did he flip over just that, or did he flip over everything? She's like, he flipped over everything. I'm like, this motherfucker. So now I got to call tomorrow and schedule another appointment in like 3 fucking weeks. It's just one thing after another.
Good fun.
Yeah. And then like we had to not buy just 2 shower heads, because the 2 shower heads that, again, I'm not blaming my wife at all, but like the 2 shower heads that she bought at Home Depot, both were defective. Both.
Oh.
One of them was, one of the pieces mounted on it was fucking backwards. So when you try to put the little handle on it, it wouldn't stay in because it was upside down. And it was fixated, right? So it's like somebody just built this fucking shit, and we just happened to get the bad one.
Okay.
Return that one. Go to install ours, which was working fine at one point. My wife goes to take a shower that night. Nothing. Like no fucking water is coming out of it. I turned the water on. It was working 30 minutes before that. No problem. No water. So I take it apart. Make sure that the faucet's all good. Everything's good. So that we have 2. Like, what are the fucking odds you get 2 defective ones? So I had to take it back to the store. Yeah, it was just.
Did you go with a different brand?
Oh yeah,
for the third one
for sure. Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah. So it was just fun. Just fun. And then so just along that, Browns fired Stefanski.
They did.
So
they did.
How do you feel about that? I'm like 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who we hire.
Yeah,
because like is it the lesser of 2 evils? The route
I don't
we're
think he
but
really truly wanted to be here anymore.
No, I think he's
going to be a very good coach for somebody else. I just think
he had very little autonomy here.
Yeah,
of being his first head coaching gig. So I think he's going to land somewhere else and probably be successful rather quickly, in my opinion.
Agreed. Tomlin walked away.
Tomlin walks, dude. Harbaugh.
It's kind of a badass
what
way
the fuck is happening in the AFC North?
That's kind of a baller way to go out, though.
Hell yeah,
like, you decide to step away.
And he's like, hey, Aaron, by the way, I'm a step away before you get to.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of
he's like, you've almost been playing as long as I've been
Steelers fans
coaching.
for a long time have been wanting this move. A guy that doesn't ever have a losing season. I know it's been frustrating in the playoffs, but you're always relevant.
Yeah, and didn't want to give you the satisfaction, but again, I'm just curious if he's going to jump right back into it. I'm wondering if he's just like.
No, I don't think so.
You think he's going to take like a year off?
There's been tons of rumors that like there's stuff going on in his personal life that I don't know. Maybe he's just like wants to get the hand up, but I don't think that's the last we'll see of him ever. I think he'll definitely get another. I just don't think next year.
Yeah, I don't think it'll just like pop up. And
I think he'll wait for the right situation. Mm-hmm. I mean, he can do that now.
I mean, I think there's a couple sitting there right for him.
Baltimore,
Cleveland Browns.
Oh, dude, let's come to Cleveland. I'll take him.
Cleveland.
I'll take him. So these are just notes that I kind of jotted down throughout.
Okay.
I wanted to give a shout out to the ACL social team.
Yes, they're finally showing like top 10s all the time.
Yeah, dude,
and,
it's just
cool
like it feels like it's a sports page now and not like some teeny bopper TikTok page. Like I just feel like they've done a good job like kind of transforming and like what you can expect to go there for. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the fucking cool shit. I don't want to see the like it's fine to mix in like the fun stuff every once in a while, but when the majority of them are now like good shots and top 10 stuff like that. So I just want to give them kudos. I thought they've done a really nice job recently. ACO. Jeremiah is still the ACO daddy.
Jeremiah, still the man.
Win singles and doubles.
Taking it down.
I mean, just like, is anyone happy in the ACL that he's back?
Really good at cornhole. Yeah. Yeah. Congrats, Jeremiah. I love to hear it.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. Yeah. It's good stuff. Love it.
Hell yeah.
Vegas is booked officially. We are going to the Vegas Open. We are not playing in said Vegas Open.
We are not.
But we are going to be there in heart and in person.
Yes, we will.
We're going to go there for content. We're going to be getting a bunch of. It's just a great spot for going to an Open.
We'll get actual like lapel mics that work before we go.
Shit, yeah, that's a good call. I should order those.
That's why I was just reminding you. It's on record now.
Write
so
that note now.
But yeah, no, super pumped. Excited to just get out there and see everyone and. I mean, I know we're going to see everyone here soon enough, like for the
for sure
Cleveland Open too, but like it's been too long, so looking forward to it.
We're golfing when we're out there.
We are
very excited. We just finalized we're golfing with Mr. Lambert and Mr. Ethan Walker. We're gonna golf Friday morning, so that's gonna be pretty pumped. Saturday, I don't know what we're doing yet, but we're gonna golf.
Yeah,
so it's be fun. And then the nice thing about Friday is that the cornhole aspect of it's not till like a little bit later, so we can get golf in the morning and then still get to the stuff for sure. And then the last thing I had written down was Brooks Koepka returning to PGA.
Crazy, not surprised that he was the one.
And did you see that the other three all decided to stay?
Yeah. So
does that surprise you a little bit?
I think Koepka hated living or traveling so much. I think he's a homebody.
Yeah, I think it's easier for like Rahm just because he's international, maybe a little bit. But I was a little surprised. I think they're all under contract until next year.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they wanted to deal with like the legal ramifications potentially. Mm-hmm. So I'll be interested to see.
And I think Koepka was only on
You can't tell me that if John Rahm next year does the same thing, says he's gone from live, the PGA Tour is not going to be like,
okay.
All right, fine.
Still really good.
Yeah, right. Like
come over.
I do love the pettiness though of the PGA Tour.
Yes.
Where you had to be within a major winner or players champion within since 2022. Do you know who won the 2021 major?
Bryson?
No. Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
It's just a subtle little like I love pettiness like that. Like with big leagues, it's like it just shows next level stuff. So but yeah, so that kind of wraps everything up.
Yeah, well, great little notes.
For sure.
But we're gonna have a lot more notes coming up, with our deep dives for teams. So I guess just stick around, and we'll be joined here shortly by Mr. Eric Tscherne.
For sure. And so bye. Or see you in a second. You're perfect.
You sound beautiful.
So a fun new segment that we're just bringing to you guys this week with all the excitement of ACL teams. It only seemed appropriate that we bring on somebody to join us that can kind of match our level of knowledge for the cornhole world, and not just knowledge, but like level of excitement for this year. So Eric Tscherne, former ACL pro. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
Nothing, man. You just chilling in your car. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us.
Awesome, man. I love talking to you guys.
Love it back.
You messaged me and I was like at a work event and I saw it for like a half a second, but I'm like, I made a note. I'm like, hey, go back and look at this later. And I completely forgot to reply to you, but you put together like a pretty awesome list, kind of breaking everything down for teams. And so first of all, I just want to say thank you. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah. It's something I mean, obviously I'm involved in cornhole still working for Ultra, that I kind of look at these numbers and I think I told you I kind of got reinvigorated after national number one after taking some time off in that semi-retirement. I'm excited about the ACL right now.
Yeah, so how did you think the first week went? Like, what were your takes from it?
Man, I thought the first event it couldn't have been better given where things had started for them. You know, there's always so much negativity in that off season. So they hit it hard. The top guys performed. Some new players shined. They did pivot and give us a draft. Everything was awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The draft. Now, speaking of the draft, I thought for putting something together like live stream wise, I thought it was as good as it was going to get. Um, I, I mean, really for putting it together, it's in short a time as they did. I thought it was a kind of above expectations overall.
Yeah, no, I wasn't disappointed in it. It flowed nicely. If our technology hadn't failed us so epically, I think we would have been able to watch all of it without error.
For sure. I don't think there's there's been a few free agent signings here or there. Nothing like too crazy or like really huge names like joining spots. I think it's more of just like buddies kind of linking up, stuff like that. One of the things that I love that you did when you broke it down is that you took the average player combined rank from 2025 and 2026, and we kind of broke that down. And what that does is it kind of just gives us a good feel of just the team's overall strength and where they finished from season to season.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if we take the 2026 numbers, we're going to get the most like recent, up to date, like how are people playing like right now, but it's also just one event. I think that it's best to kind of combine the two. Like, definitely don't forget about the team's rank from last year. But I think the one from 2026 is going to matter for most teams. Obviously, there's going to be some teams we'll talk about, like the coasters, that stuff just happened in the first one. Even the cutters, you know, they had certain key guys miss doubles. That's going to hurt their ranking overall. But it's definitely kind of an interesting thing. So what I figured we could do is kind of just go down the list, talk about the numbers, what it tells us. Eric, chime in whenever you want. I know you even put down some suggested free agents from there, which I thought was awesome. So if we start off with the first team, the average player combined rank for 2026, the best team on the board was it the High Rollers?
Yeah, combined rank in 2026 is the.
All right. So if we're going just on how everyone finished, based on who they drafted, the High Rollers would be the number one rated like power rank team. Do you agree with that? I mean, obviously numbers don't lie. Like we saw, like that is, but like, do they feel like the?
I mean, I like their team on paper.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to say.
We gave them a B plus.
I would agree.
It was really, it was kind of like the Eddie Grindersleeve and Ryan Smith pick that like threw me a little bit. But again, they're just like steady professionals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to really worry about that.
I mean, they have 3 top 5 players, arguably.
Yeah.
Like
they do.
You know, they're playing 5 guys and they've got 3 monsters at the top of their rotation. That's going to be hard.
When you really only need 3.
Yeah.
Like if you're predicting to win those two matchups, I mean that's all you.
I also think a lot of these teams have 3 monsters on them too, so like it's hard to equate it across the board when you hear other names out there too.
But again, like this goes back to Vegas making the move and trading up and getting Sammy Soto. Like that just changed their whole trajectory to me.
100%.
Like it just changed the whole the landscape of their team, and like getting that pick was huge. And I don't know if you agree with us, but I thought for sure they got away with it a little bit there, a little bit of a steal. Like I thought they didn't have to give.
Oh, that's a huge steal.
Overall pick, yeah.
I mean, those 3 guys have great chemistry amongst each other. They've played together and against each other a bunch. That's a huge win for them to take those 3 guys in their top of the order.
And interestingly enough, if we look at last year's rankings, things are looking up for High Rollers because although they're the number 1 ranked team this year, they would have been 3rd last year.
Yeah,
like right in the rankings by the end of the season. So it just shows that they're pretty damn consistent. They're kind of loaded top to bottom. Like they have a very strong, like they have very good depth. Is what that kind of means to me.
Yep. And apparently, I had heard Eddie Grindersleeve's like one of the best like all-time teams players in that format. He just steps up and plays exceptionally well. I think I heard that on the ACL podcast today.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me. Again, like they're just professional dudes. You don't have to worry about it. Eddie's gonna take whatever he's doing seriously. He's got a wife and kid at home that he knows that whenever he's leaving, like it's a business trip. And I think that obviously it showed up well. So have get drafted and make some money now.
Yep.
The second ranked team from this year, I think it was a little bit of a surprise.
A little bit.
It was the Florida Freeze. They ended up with a 25.92, I think that number was.
Yeah, but then when you just look at the numbers, I mean, everyone just had a very consistent. Now, the one that hurt them from their last year's ranking, but kind of had a coming out party, was Chase White. Yes.
I do want to give a shout out to Chauncey during his interview. I don't know if that was captured or if that was after we start recording, but he actually told us to watch out for Chase and that he was kind of targeting to go after him. So
I think that was off air, but yeah, he definitely caught one.
Kind of put our name on the radar, and it was nice to see him kind of back that up. But I was a little bit surprised when I saw that, just based off their draft. I mean, we ended up giving them a B. They're kind of middle of the pack when it came to grading wise, but I you can't argue with the numbers. And again, last year they weren't too far off. They're 65.83, so that would have put them like maybe fifth, sixth.
Yep. But that team is kind of like sneaky, right? Because last year's ranking, I don't think Adam Hissner had a great year.
No.
I don't think he'd disagree with that. Him and Trey did okay. But, if that team finds its mojo and performs, they're going to be in a great position. And, Alex Rawls is still a monster player. And if he bounces back from a year plus from his injury, his surgery or whatever he had, he could easily be the singles player on that team.
So I guess which numbers do we believe in? Because if you look at the numbers from last year, they're sitting at like seventh. But then if you look at the numbers this year, they made the biggest jump by far. They're 40 points better on average position.
It's a huge jump.
It's one of those things that we just got to kind of pay attention to. I think that they're going to end up at second at the end of the season. I'd be a little surprised, I think, but I think it also depends on. I feel like there's a few free agents that we all agree that probably should have been drafted. I love your suggestion here. Adding a Riker Wells just kind of makes sense with this team. Just add some serious depth. I do want to clarify something, and I don't know, I can't remember if I said this last week, but Sebastian Schaefer-Ford, we did clarify, like he's just not a fan of the team's format.
Okay.
Just doesn't like it. It was kind of basically saying like I would prefer not to get picked. Okay. And that was kind of known, especially Chauncey in Florida. So that's why they ended up going that route. So
fair enough.
Well, so what's kind of next?
That's fair.
I did mention that actually, and they're like, maybe he's one of those guys that, hey, if I can get out a little earlier, I'm gonna take advantage. I mean,
well, that goes to tell you a little bit too, like not getting overly critical of the ACL, but like I had to listen to their podcast today to figure out that I think they're playing to 21 all these games, because in the past this has been round limited.
Round limited. And I thought that's what last year was the thing. I know they were getting rid of round limited except for teams.
But it sounds like these 3 matches they're playing will go to 21, and if that's the case, that changes some different things, right? If
100%,
the Eric Davis first round pick, a great pick.
100%. If it's round limited, yes, that makes all the sense in the world. But I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the greatest round limited player to ever play the game. So,
Yeah, no argument. I think another low key guy was I don't think was drafted. Was Kyle Malone drafted?
No.
Yeah, Kyle Malone's another one. I mean, he's won I think he won the first ever pro shootout, didn't he?
He was
did he? I couldn't find him in the standings, and this wasn't that far from home. So did he take a state pro? Because he qualified as top 100.
Yeah, I think he's playing pro this year.
Oh, he plays with Rule, doesn't he?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're throwing swag this year. Yeah. So Florida Freeze, they're interesting on paper. They made the largest jump. I'll be interested. Yeah. I think that they're better than where they were last year. I just don't know if I feel like they're going to be, just with all the other teams, I just don't know if they're a top 4 team. But I think I wouldn't be surprised to see them move up to like maybe 5th in the rankings by the end of the year.
What's interesting too, though, is this format of playing a single elimination tournament, right? So they're going to play 3-game set in a single elimination tournament. So if one of these groups gets hot at the right time, they can win one of these things and possibly just win the championship tournament.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can make an argument like if you're the high rollers, like you wanted it to be last time. You know what I mean? Like your team top to bottom was the best
for sure
across the board. Coming in at third place, like in terms of like power rankings right now, we have the Georgia Sliders. I don't think that's super surprising. Anytime you're starting off with Mark and
No,
Tony,
not
your
at all.
rankings are going to kind of bring it down. Currently, right now, 2026 combined team ranks is 28.25. Pretty solid. Puts them in at third. I thought interestingly, last year, their 2025 was 50.83. They kind of get crushed by Jacob Harrison.
Yeah.
He is a player that we've mentioned a few times over the last few weeks. He's been playing much better this year. He's kind of on the rise. Last year, he ended up at like 156 or something like that.
Yeah,
So
he
kind
had
of
a
really boosted their
100
numbers up.
doubles rank and 213 in singles, but yeah, now he's sitting at a 25.5 with 30 in doubles and 20.
I mean, again, if you take the 150 away and you submit it with somebody that's like in the 40s,
yeah,
they're running away with it last year.
100%.
So I think Sliders on paper, they're going to be a tough out. I think format wise, I'm going to be very interested to see what they do. Do you go ahead and roll out Mark and Tony just because they're really tough to beat and like you're just locking that in? Or I mean, but how do you take Mark Richards or Tony Smith away from singles? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, to me, it's you're you got Eric Davis for a reason.
who wants to play with Eric Davis? Like who do you think would be a better fit to play with Eric Davis? Like, do you trust Tony to take on that role to play with Eric, or do you want more of a presence on the other side with of Mark and who maybe somebody that can rein in Eric a little
See,
bit?
I'm thinking that there's so much importance on winning one of these that you put Mark and Tony together.
I don't know. Part of me, yes, I agree with you, but I think it would be so cool.
To me, doubles is the harder one to win.
It'd be a really cool for like a cornholder like myself, full circle moment to see Eric and Tony playing together in a teams event. Going back to their like epic pro qualifier match that I watched is still one of my favorite matches of all time. When rollback were like not even a thing yet, and these two were just rolling over fucking everything. It'd be a really cool idea to see them paired up. And it's not like you're just giving one away because then you're putting the best player on the planet currently, like Mark Richards, like right there. Yeah, I mean, like how do you take the number one singles player and not be like, yeah, you're gonna play doubles? Like I know you're the best doubles team, but like, isn't that why you drafted Eric Davis in the first round? Because he's really good and like as a doubles guy.
True. Yeah. I mean,
but again, that's what I don't
way.
know which way they're going to go. And I think it'll be interesting to see how many teams stay consistent through the year and how many teams have the ability like them to shuffle it up. Yeah. Eric, do you have a feeling
they're very
that?
matchup oriented, right? Like depending on how the ACL allows these teams to match their players. In the past, they've allowed this back and forth. So, you know, depending on how they do it, if they throw out their singles player and you're like, oh, you know, Eric's got that one just fine, Eric Davis has that guy just fine, then you see Mark and Tony partner up. Or if they're throwing out the coasters and they're throwing out Jamie, does somebody like Mark step up into that role? Do they play that game a little bit?
And I wonder, when you start the tournament, right, are you locked into that starting spot in each round? Or are you allowed to make adjustments and swap out?
In the past, when I've played teams, they've given you the flexibility of changing between rounds, right? So if you win that matchup, the next matchup, you could field a different roster.
I mean, I think in a perfect world is everyone you just show up to the board. You're trying to guess what the other team is going to do. And, you know, I think there's going to be a little gamesmanship sometimes and seeing who's walking over there. And
it's got to be something like a bag spin or something to say who throws their team out first, right?
I think
usually they throw the first team out, right? So you throw your first team out, then you get to respond in the second team, and then they respond in the third team. That was the way that it would go, right? Since it's odd, one team would respond once and the other team would respond twice.
Yeah. Again, these are things that I would love to know, like how the format's going to work, like going into this new like bracket style. I did not listen to the ACL podcast. I don't know if they like went into that kind of detail yet, but I think it's important to know like when we're trying to figure out who's going to play what. Again, is it traditional? Is it round limited?
I mean, round limited is the biggest question because it's an entirely different game.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, it's completely different.
And it's important to know that these ranks too. I mean, I guess last year did have round limited stuff tied into it, so I guess it's the most accurate.
It's got it all, Sean.
That's true.
Got it all.
All right, so fourth place, sitting currently in the power rankings, the Colonels,
I think
Slingers. It's really not. I honestly, it's a little surprising to me that they're not better than where they're at currently. Last year, surprisingly enough, They were still 40. They were at a 45.33. Currently, they sit at a 30.42.
Yeah.
There wasn't as big of a jump as we thought there would be, because this team, we both believe that has all the potential in the world to maybe win this thing,
Mhm.
but also like they were a team on the rise last year. They didn't rise all that much. You know, there's not much room for them to rise. Like how
Not
good
much,
do we
but
think
they
they're going to
can-
be?
They can still keep climbing, man.
Yeah. Do you think? I mean, do you see them being a top 3 team by the end of the year?
I think they have that potential, but they're also, it's a question mark with young guys sometimes. Like, are they going to take this as serious as they take the main bracket? I mean, I'm sure. I hope they will. They seem to be like.
I think with the team owners now, I think there's not going to be a choice anymore.
Yeah, but I also think they're going to be very close knit with their team owner, so it's going to be like
It's true.
good vibes. So yeah, I mean, I do think they're going to be successful. This might be their most success that they have this year in the ACL.
Yeah.
Like this crew, just because I feel like they're going to take the correct approach and have fun with it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. California added a free agent, correct? I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Hunter Thorne that they added, or thought
I
they
would
added
guess
one
that would be their number one ad.
Let me look.
All right.
Look on
Yeah,
the.
I'm not
Book of
positive.
Face real quick.
I thought I saw something that they added it.
It
All right.
would
So
it would make sense to me, right? He's Hunter Thorson's partner, so rotating him in, he
I
would
thought they were
bring
gonna get
some
drafted
maturity to
anyways.
that team. That team's young,
correct.
right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Colin Powers is another good call. He really impressed me a lot. I wasn't really super familiar with his game, but Duke and Airmail, like among with the best of them. He's got a very solid game.
I mean, I would think bringing in a Hunter Thorne for that team would be very valuable. I know, me playing in California for as long as I have and being out here, I watched Hunter Thorne as he was the most dominant player out here. I watched him mature into a leader within the sport out here. And I
Yeah.
watched players like Spencer Fabinar and Tony Forbes jump at the chance to play with him over the years. So they clearly have respect for him.
For sure.
As somebody who's done it before them, even if they
Well,
are
he
at a
was- he
stage
was
where
in their
they're the
shoes
best
before.
too. So
And he was in their shoes before. You know what I mean? He was the young gun coming from Cali
Yeah.
that like had very high hopes. And he's had a very solid career. You know what I mean? I don't think he ever lived up to the expectations that we thought he could hit at one time, but he's had a
True.
very good career. He's been a very solid player.
I mean, he's an
And I-
incredible shot maker. He still can do anything anybody else can. He's a really, really good player.
For sure.
So it's not the Slingers, actually Georgia Sliders
Okay.
picked up Hunter Thorne.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. Then the
I
other
thought
one I
his name
saw
being
was
picked up.
the Burn picked up Tennyson.
I did see that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Hunter Thorne is off the market. It makes sense. The next ranked team currently is the Kentucky Colonels. They're sitting at a 31.75. Last year they finished up the season at a 62.25. That would have put them fifth
Yeah, right around
from last year.
right-
So
right
middle of the
middle.
pack. Again, Colonels last year though, despite them finishing middle of the pack, they ended up making the finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This just shows that teams format is you can't always go off their singles and doubles. It just kind of gives you this idea of how someone's playing at the time. But if you just get hot at the right time, anything can happen.
Very true. I'm trying to see.
And I would be surprised if they don't sign Brett on
I'd be
free
shocked,
agency. I
man.
wouldn't
That-
see him
that-
signing anywhere
Give them
else.
more matchups possibilities, I think. What were you looking at?
I mean, I'm trying to think of like all their potential matchups too without Brett Guy. Like, because then like you're just throwing Matt. Matt's got to be your singles guy, and then they
Does
have
he?
a whole.
I mean, They've got a
I don't
few
know.
guys that are doing pretty well. I mean, Kingsbury, I think, could hold that spot if he had to.
Kingsbury did very well. I mean, he was their
Yeah.
best finisher in singles this past time. I mean, obviously, again, Matt Guy, I get it why they might go that route, but I mean, you also have Gage Landis. I don't know historically if he's been like the best singles guy, but he might be somebody. Again, they're very solid top to bottom. They're going to be a matchup nightmare because I don't think you're really going to get a feel for where they can go.
True.
But adding Brett does give some level of familiarity, I think.
Yeah.
At least so if they
Like-
wanted to go there and fall back on it. Oh well.
And does anyone ever want to face Brett Guy or Matt Guy? Like,
No, I don't think
single?
so.
Like, you
No.
want to, you're going to be in for a marathon.
That's a good point.
Like,
That's a good point. I don't know if he still has that Mac Guy factor as much anymore, but that's a good point. The next ranked team is the Chicagoland Spinners.
no, I think we got no. It's
I'm sorry, Virginia Cutters. Yes, that's right.
Virginia.
So they finished at a 37.92. I think a lot of that is due to Ryan Windsor's really good finish there,
Yeah.
a little above.
Oh, for sure.
Interestingly enough, they are the closest to like where they were last year. So they're right now they're 37.92. Last year they finished up with an average ranking at 39 even.
Yep.
It's interesting because they're at a 37.92 right now, and that's with Devin missing doubles, so that hurts their rank. I think on paper they're actually a little better than I thought they're going to be.
For sure. Yeah.
I'll fully admit that. So I'll be interested to see where they're at. I'm still going to stick with my guns. I mean, we didn't give them, the best of draft grades. We ended up giving them a C. So I'll be interested to see where they go.
Well, some of that I think just also goes to like the initial free agent signing.
Yeah.
That was such a shock in the beginning that like it just kind of threw us off a little bit.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, so
like
much hinges on whether
Lucas
that Clayton Kennedy takes that
Yeah.
next step, right? I mean, he started to at the end of last season. I think he felt a lot more comfortable. And if he can continue to see that growth, it won't look as bad of a decision. So
it made me funny because like I'm trying to like find things about the guy that like are positive.
Honestly,
And
I love his social media.
social media is awesome.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just
really good. And
he's a
maybe
really
funny-
good person.
It made me laugh just because the video that he posted was he was playing a junior. I'm not quite sure who it was, but the round that he posted was he gave up 2 points.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here? Like we got to find the good rounds, brother. But no, it was just funny.
With that team being so Virginia based, I would be surprised if they don't add Anthony Eastridge to that team, who is a streaky good player as well.
That's true. He's also crazy tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like freakishly tall.
Just
Like,
intimidate, put him out against Cash, just so Cash has to look at a guy who's massive.
But then they can just counter and bring Nate Boyer out. You know what I mean? Like just in the crowd. You know what I mean? Like wouldn't that be like next level? Oh shit. Oh God. Shout out to Nate.
I know.
The next team
He should be the first available free
Chicagoland Spinners. They're sitting at 39.08. Now, on paper, I think it's easy to fall in love with this team. I think they have a lot of fan favorite type players. Like Ethan Walker's very popular. Colin Hodet, gotta love starting there. Going Wiedenfeld, I think is going to pay off in the long run. I know it probably isn't like the real sexy pick, but I think it was a very wise pick for them to go.
Yes.
Did you have any feelings about that, Eric?
Well, I mean, I think Wiedenfeld is playing out of his mind right now. And, if that's the guy, like, I don't dislike it. I think the team's ranking is a little funky. I think Colin Hodet didn't have the best doubles performance coming out of last year, but he turned it on later in the season. But he is an absolute force as well. They've got, 3 very talented young players that if they find it, they're going to be a really, really good team, a tough out.
They are one of the 2 teams that currently has a worse ranking in 2026 than they did in 2025.
Yes.
To me, that kind of calms it down to like just letting, I think law of averages is going to happen. Is maybe a bunch of their players didn't quite have the seasons that they did last year, but as the season pans out, I think we're going to see them get much closer to like where they were at last year.
For sure.
So
absolutely.
Next team after that is going to be the Texas Bully Baggers. Their current combined rank in 2026 is 41.83. Last year, they would have finished on top by a large margin. They were at 15.50. I mean, they ran away with it last year in terms of rankings. Again, this just tells us that we had some of their big studs that didn't quite show up. I think Logan Chamberlain not having a great singles performance. Gabriel Clausen having a solid singles performance. He made a nice run through the losers bracket, but just kind of caught up to him. I think that kind of hurts them early on. Justin Burton Jr. He's always solid though. You know what I mean? Like he's just one of those ho hum, like where you're gonna get out of him. But they had a few guys pretty far down on the list in terms of like finishes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of these numbers. I mean, honestly, their guys, all of them kind of performed okay until there's like just got to be a big drop off. Yeah, Ty
Thompson was a big disappointment from last year.
Definitely. And then Matt Wilson as well, being sick as a dog.
Correct.
Didn't help.
Correct. So I think that their team is very loaded. I really like the direction they're going. I think the first national or first signature was kind of more of like an anomaly. I expect them to be probably somewhere. It's definitely somewhere in the top 4. I would argue probably top 3 teams.
I mean, on paper, they were scary right off the rip.
Yep.
But they're another one that like they have a million combinations.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like they could just plug and play any way they really want.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean
Next,
they have some absolute monsters on that team. They are going to be in good shape. Especially they've got two signatures to kind of round into form before they take to play their first true match as a ACL teams.
yeah.
So
Agreed.
who do you, all right, head to head, the best three players on bully baggers versus the best three players on high rollers who we talked about at the beginning? Who are you taking?
So you got Soto, Kano, and Cash versus Logan, Clausen, and Burton Jr. Right?
I mean, if you're asking me, I'm probably going to take the high rollers, and that mostly has to do with which Justin Burton Jr. shows up.
Or you could take Power.
No, but Burton Jr. drafted first. You're talking about their first three dudes, right?
Or their top three, just because they got a steal.
Yeah, I mean, right now you got to go. You have to go high rollers. I think
I'm there with you too. Like it's just
we've seen how
those
good
three
Sammy
together.
Soto. We've seen how good Sammy Soto is, and I'm still a firm believer that he's going to win a signature probably this year at some point. I think he's really, really good. I think, I think.
I'm surprised he slipped into the draft. That somebody couldn't entice him with the franchise tag.
I'm shocked too.
Couldn't fucking believe it, man. I don't know. Again, I think that there's a mixture. I think there's a little mixture of like, listen, you can only take two. I was honestly kind of shocked that Rich didn't just start with Sammy and Gavin right off the bat. I really was a little bit surprised. But the fact that he still landed them. But yeah, I was shocked that he was not signed somewhere. I thought for sure Texas missed missed it a little bit there. I thought for sure you go after Sammy. I know you want Gabriel Clausen, but like, I don't know.
Well, and doesn't BG have their money kind of hedged on both teams? So they're sponsoring both teams.
That's what sucks. That's what I mean. That's what kind of stinks. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like, because I know they signed like that agreement, but I don't know if it's like they can only throw BG bags on bully, or if that's just like, I know some of the teams are approaching bag makers.
But even if that was, say, a $5,000 or $10,000 sponsorship that just allows their BG guys to continue to throw BG bags, that's enough for them.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Right, and they put a BG logo on the jersey and don't let people wear a different logo. They could throw their cats or ultras or whatever up there on that team.
For sure. Makes sense.
Doesn't really bother them.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to like kind of learn on the fly this year when it comes to like this behind the scenes stuff. But hopefully, it'll keep coming out.
Yeah.
The 9th ranked team currently, Arizona Burn, all ladies, sitting at 83.17. It's a pretty big improvement over last year. Last year they finished at a 103.83. Now, this is where I want to make the point. I've already seen the Arizona posts, and I've seen some of the people and rallying behind, and people don't know what you're talking about. We're not shitting on that they're all girls. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a great marketing ploy. And guess what? If you guys win a match, you're gonna shove it down everyone's throat. And I think that's great. And that's exactly what you should do. But we're looking at hard numbers here.
Yes.
And the numbers aren't lying. I mean, last year they're 103.83. I mean, by far, in a way, they would have been the last place team in terms of finishes. I get teams is a little bit different, but if we're just looking at how women typically historically finish in the pro division, Sam Finley was a top dog, I think, last year, and she was like 50.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, right? Wasn't like 50 or something?
We said 53.
Burn right there.
Yeah,
right
54.
There. Yeah. I mean, it's
53 and 54.
So that's what I'm saying. So, and that wasn't, and ironically, you started your team off with the 2 lowest ranked people on out of all the women in terms of pro finish.
High ranked when they play women, but lower ranked when they played in the singles and doubles events.
Correct. And again, they're not just playing other all women's teams. I mean, they're playing against guys too. So that's where it comes into. This is not nitpicking. I know on any given Sunday, anyone can sit there and win a match. I 100%, and they've beaten guys before. I'm not saying that, but when you're looking at law of averages, it heavily weighs on the side of the guys.
Yeah,
for sure. But what a great story would it be if they fucking won one? Like that would be like, yeah, hell yeah. No, I think it would be great. It'd be awesome.
Get like a ESPN like 10 for 10.
I'm all for.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
You got this sort of like what they do those big matchups in tennis all the time with the men and the women. It's that format right now.
Yeah, correct. And then ironically, the last place team right now, 92.808 are reigning champions, the Carolina Coasters. Now, Jacob Trzynski, Jamie Graham did not play doubles.
Yes.
That obviously hurt their rankings and jacked them up quite a bit. But so did Adrian and Gio.
Yes.
From
last season, they definitely,
especially from last year. So last year they finished despite winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
The team, despite they won, they were at a 63.0. That would have put them in 8th place last year.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like overall team finishes. So like that's where it gets interesting. It's like it's just a team dynamic. And with it only needing 5, you know what I mean? Like it just I don't know, it gets interesting. I think
Well,
the Carolina
that pickup,
coach
right?
just fine,
That pickup has a lot to do with Jamie, right? Jamie is now kind of a bi-coastal living situation when he's spending time with his girlfriend. He knows those players. He plays against them a lot when he's out here. It's going to be on Jamie to see what he can get out of those guys, because those guys severely affect that ranking in both cases right
100%.
now.
I would imagine that you draft them to be your tandem team. Like that, to me, that doesn't make any other sense other than that. 2 guys that are familiar.
Theoretically, you could have got better value than them, but
I agree.
Gio was in the finals for Spencer, so the reality is he's clearly good enough.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, I do remember that. No, 100% he's good enough, and it's just. But when you're always going again, Spencer's is okay to use it, but he's not going against just pros there. That's a big open event. Opens aren't the same as like signatures, and when it comes down to pros, like that's why I think these numbers are a little bit of a telling sign of like how, at least for power rankings. Again, power rankings mean ultimately nothing.
Yeah.
But just kind of it's something for us to talk about ultimately. So I think some of the names you want to scroll over to, I see it right there. So top free agents. Mason Trader, believe he's still a junior.
Yeah, and that's probably why he wasn't on a team, right? With only a maximum of 10 of them theoretically allowed to be rostered.
The other one was I think
just wasn't a place for him. But he's odd man out. He's ranked better than many of them.
100%. I agree. Braden Wilson, I was surprised didn't get it just because personality wise, and he's been a big focal point of the ACL in the past, and he already has like he's kind of a little bit of a name for him out there. I was a little surprised he didn't go, but I mean,
I was surprised because he's an AAR guy now. He plays, I would have thought maybe he caught on with the coasters, because I think
maybe it's the same thing though. Maybe
Jackson,
it's a travel
Jacob,
thing. Maybe it's the school.
I think Jackson left to go to Cat. So
yes, he did.
I don't know.
He did. Let's see. I think to me, we've said it before, Riker Wells deserved to be drafted. He's too good. He played too well last year not to get drafted. That one was a little bit weird. Jeremiah Hector, a name that might not be as well known, but for if you've been a cornhole honk, like he's just solid, man. He just really is. Like every year, he's a high PPR guy, just very down the middle, just plays a very solid game.
I think there's a few of those guys. I think there's a few of those guys in the rankings that you'll see. I think Chad Hunt's one of those guys that could just light the hole up. And if they're playing to 21, those guys have a lot more value than maybe they got drafted at. If you're thinking they were going to play round limited, right? You want shot makers if you're round limited, and you want guys who can run the hole if you're not. So
a guy that feels it was a rookie last year, had a very solid start this year. He plays doubles with Jeff Reynolds. His name is Lucas Householder. I think for someone like for me, game style wise, just knowing him, seeing him play 100 times, he fits very well in like Virginia Cutters.
Yeah,
like that game. Like they all play a very like he kind of plays a similar game to like a Windsor and a Harbaugh.
And he can roll with the best of them when he's cooking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that seems like that could be a very good fit for a guy like Lucas. Like if he were to get picked up, I know they're growing regional and stuff, but it's interesting. But when it comes down to it, I love this shit.
Oh hell yeah, dude! It's what a time to nerd out. Like we said, cornhole's back, man.
It feels like, Eric, do you feel like the game is in it like a good overall place right now?
I mean, I still think the game's at a bit of a crossroads, but I think from a pro perspective, the pro division is like it just continues to get better every single year. And the top end, now that you've only got 100 pros, if you will, that group of pros is so much better, right? Like they're so much better than the guys who finished 120th or 150th or 160th the year before. It's just they're battle tested to be in that group and to see it now. There's like, what is it, like 40 something guys are going to be shooting over a 10 at the end of, singles or the end of doubles. Like, that's insane. It's just,
It
that's
really
near
is.
perfect. We had guys shooting an 11. I think Kingsbury finished third in his bracket with an 11. Like,
It's insane.
like
How does that even
skill wise, it's never been better.
Do you think the game needs to undergo a change of some sort eventually, or do you think that people are just going to get to the point where they're just that good, and if you miss, you're done?
Ultimately that's the way I see it playing. I play a lot more local stuff now and don't play as much, high end competitive stuff because I'm just not practicing enough and I'm not wired to play, stand there with Mr. 11 or Hunter Thorne and just battle with them. Like, I can do it. But like, to do it over and over and over again, I don't have that right now. But like, I can roll into my Moose Lodge, drink a, half dozen beers and throw a 9.5. So,
There you go.
I could just run my guys, but they're all getting better. And I think, the sport, there's a separation where the better players continue to get better. And the next generation, they kind of come in and then they fall off because they don't get good enough to compete with that top end fast. And so much of everything is like these switcholios, right? Where it's so much better to be either at the top of the top half or the top of the bottom half than to be at the bottom of the top half. And I think if you get stuck in that loop where you're in the bottom of the top half, it gets frustrating. So I think obviously there is something that needs to change to keep player retention and to grow the game. But I don't know that affects the pro side of things as much.
Yeah, I think they're going the right direction with the CPI stuff. I think it's still too new for it to like be looked at this like all like being number. But I think the more data that keeps getting plugged in there, I think it's just going to get more accurate, and it's just going to it's going to be an easy tool for a director to then approach and be like, listen, like this is what a CPI says. We're going analytics, like this is where he plays, and they just need at opens. They need to completely like separate it. Like the pros should be playing like always should be tier one. Especially if you're a top 100 pro, automatically you should be tier one, no matter fucking how terrible you do. You're tier one. You know what I mean? Like, I think
ultimately, I don't think a pro should be outside of tier one at an open, and I don't know that there should even be a tier one in a signature event, right? Because a signature event, you either qualified to the pro bracket or you're like golf, you missed the cut,
Correct.
Even like I don't know that it does the ACL good to have those players playing with the average player.
Yeah, I get at one time there was some charm to it, but now that you're trying to make it seem like a legit like professional league, it's okay to separate that sometimes.
Yeah,
it's okay.
That was a time when Jamie Graham was shooting a 9.5.
Correct. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he was one of us. You know what I mean?
But that's also the time that like the advanced could compete with the pro.
Well,
that's not
for a long time. And Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. For a long time, like especially at the World Championships, the Pro Championship was not considered the toughest bracket. It was the Advanced Championship because pros were also in the Advanced Championship.
Well, yeah, you only had 256 of us. There was a wide range of pros. So there was a group of pros that sort of like shuffled off to the bottom and, generally didn't compete as highly. And, you would look at the advanced bracket and you would see all the up and coming players that missed out on pro for one reason or another. And there'd be 16 brackets of them versus just 4 brackets of the best players, the pro players.
And that's when like you would see a lot of like the ACO guys would come over for Worlds. And like, I think we had a Tanner Halbert won advanced singles, I believe, like back in the day.
I came in my first year in 2020. Matt Guy was playing in the advanced bracket. I played Brett Guy in my second game. I played Matt Abernathy, one of your guys from Ohio. There was so many high quality players back then, kind of mixed in. I think that was the year maybe Tanner won it because I think he played Daniel Resurrection in a super deep game that we were all watching.
Yeah, Abernathy was one of those guys that when we played, we're always like, why aren't you a pro? And then when he finally did it, I'm like, all right, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, like, Jesus Christ, you're done kicking my ass around here. Like, go do like other things. Like, my goodness. And you're already
the first time that you just went 4 for 4 on airmails on me.
You brought up CPI and Ben Voodoo will appreciate this for all the flack I give him for his Scorholio SPR. Like, it is a very similar metric. And the reality 100%. Is, like, I can tell you that I get frustrated, like where my CPI is today, because I don't practice as much. I've dropped off a little bit. I'm like a 71 or something like that. But it's honestly pretty darn accurate. Like I hate to admit it. Like I know I can play some games at a higher level, but the guys who have 80 plus SPRs, I know they're better. Like on paper, they're better. Can I beat them here and there? Yeah. But if there's a lot of data in that SPR for most players at this point. I mean, I've got some 4,000 games or 5,000 games in there. It's, at some point, it's a pretty good indicator of who you are as a player, and where you would belong in a bracket or, in some standing before the tournament. So
we've gotten to witness it first.
As the ACL develops CPI, it'll only get better.
Yeah, we got to witness it working firsthand in TCL. So the TCL has SPR, but then they also came up with their own metric where they tweak it a little bit. So it's basically the CPI of the Texas Cornhole League. And we've seen it. Like when you go in there and you have your ranking, you feel at home with the level of competition you were playing.
100%.
Like, don't get me wrong, you're always going to find that one dude in the bracket that just caught fire that day. But I never faced anyone that I'm like, if I was playing my best, that I don't think I could have beaten them. Or if I go into advanced bracket here in ACL, for regional or something, there's no fucking way. Like, I just don't belong in that level anymore.
No.
But we've seen it work. So I think it just needs time to flesh out. And it's fun to poke fun. Like, it's just easy to make fun of him, like with the guy with the perfect like CPI and stuff. But like, it just takes time. It'll all flesh out, and it's going to be fun to kind of watch.
And it's always going to work with a bigger sampling of people than with a small sampling, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you've got to put on a regional and you're like, I need at least 6 guys in this bracket for it to count for points. And one of them's Trey, and one of them's Adam Hisner, and Nate Long came to town, and Ron Kugel just happened to show up. Then that Cleveland regional is stacked with 4 monsters, and it's like whoever else goes into that bracket, good luck.
They only show up the ones that we're going to be at.
Yeah,
it seems like, because Adam Hisner has like a bookmark, like waiting for me, like first round bye, pretty much, because he gets me every time.
But they want to meet the celebrities. I get it.
He did.
I don't know.
He was gonna roll around the ground. He did.
Kind of looked like stiff as a board there for a second.
It's still 7-6. What, like, this game is just like a giant pillow fight. Like, neither team wants to.
Gotta love the Steelers.
It's crazy. No, you don't. But anyways, Eric, man, thank you very much for joining us. This was awesome.
Thank you, guys. Looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure I'm coming to Cleveland, so we'll definitely get some beers and throw some bags.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So if you're looking to support the show, you can do so over at Patreon. Go to patreon.com for the price of beer a month. You can help support the show. We do bonus material. We do monthly happy hours. It's a good time. You should check it out. So patreon.com/bigasscornhole. Shout out to Draggin Bags, the current reigning doubles world champion bag makers.
Heck yeah.
Our favorites, number one in our hearts. Dane already did a live read earlier, so I'm not going to bore you. But go to Draggin Bags with a Z.com and grab your stuff today. And hang on for this interview, which is going to feature 2 very special individuals. We have Mr. Ryan Wiedenfeld and Mr. Chris Roybal, reigning world champions. Or I guess
Sig
champions.
Sig 1 champions of the world.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll call them that.
So they're going to be joining us next for the interview. Hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll be back next week with more audio gold. But until then, we hope you throw it straight. And it's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later. All right, welcome back to the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. We are now joined by the trio of Draggin Bag studs here. We got Mr. Chris Roybal, Mr. Ryan Wiedenfeld, and Mr. Daniel Lambert. What's going on, guys?
What's up? What's up? Good to see y'all.
Some would argue the best looking crew in cornhole, like especially like Draggin Bags affiliated.
Oh, for sure.
So I feel honored to be.
We're going to limit it to Draggin Bags. Definitely the best looking group.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So, Ryan, I had to, before we recorded, I had to ask you. I could not remember if you had been on the show, but welcome for your first time.
You clarified, or you just don't remember being on the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's
Oh,
that
that's
too.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we all forgot.
No, it was my first show.
First show. You're well, welcome. We appreciate you for going on. Chris has done this before. He's like a seasoned vet over here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm back at it.
We talked about this. We bring it back after you won something. So let's jump right into it. Like, first signature, you guys had not been partners for all that long. How soon did you feel like it was kind of clicking that day?
Well, when we first started, I was kind of still in the hang of things, but having Grant on the other side, he's gonna pick me up, obviously. So there's a lot of times where he's picking me up, and I felt like there's times where I could pick him up too. So I think we're clicking pretty good. So it's feeling really good to get that chemistry building up.
Was it so, Ryan? Did you feel like it was pretty early on that you felt like you guys could have made it a deep run?
Yeah, I'd say so. All of our games were like within 8 points throughout the whole tournament. So we didn't
Yeah,
really have
which is
like an
crazy.
easy game. So I mean,
Yeah, we were just grinding pretty much all day.
Do you think that helps sometimes though? Like, does it help you get into like a certain mentality?
Yeah, definitely. You just kind of don't let up, and your pedals down the floor all the way through the matches. You're not really thinking you're gonna win right away. So I always tell them play the long game and see where it goes.
For sure. I mean, I always respect kind of like the grind, and I feel like you guys have all gotten so good that there's really no choice anymore. There are no buy games. You know what I mean? Ryan, you might remember a few years ago, there might have been a few pros still lingering around that you wouldn't mind facing in the first round or two.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
that just doesn't happen anymore. You know what I mean? There's no buys anymore at the pro level. So it really is like every
Yeah.
game seems like a freaking marathon. Like your guys' short games are like my best games ever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which is baffling. It's crazy.
Just casually go like 22 rounds, and I'm like, dude, my arm would fall off. I don't get to experience those.
So walk me through, how did this like partnership happen?
Well, it's kind of random, kind of out of nowhere. The beginning of the year, I was still, looking.
Kind of random.
Yeah, but he had messaged me like a couple times talking about it, just kind of throwing it out there. But at the time, I was still talking to other people that I was possibly going to team up with. So I think kind of waiting for them to see what they were going to do. And the bag choice was kind of playing a part too, because, I want to throw someone who's on the same team. And he had just reached out to me and said he was open to teaming up and also joining whatever, company I was going to throw with, or just Draggin Bags in general. So it just kind of started from there.
Oh yeah. Ryan, was there anything particular? Like, had you guys played a bunch against each other? Like, were you familiar with each other's games? Like, was there something like that you like?
No, not really. We like once in a while play each other in doubles, but other than that, not really.
Okay. I feel like your games do kind of mirror each other a little bit. It seems like you throw pretty similar style, or like certain, like at least play a thought process. Do you guys tend to approach a game similarly?
I wouldn't say similar, but we do have our own things we like to do. He's going to play dirty. I do like to play dirty, but I also know to chase the hole when I got to. I let him handle the other side and then take my points as they come. So I think that kind of plays a very good mix between our game styles.
Ryan, do you think you've matured as a player over the years, like in terms of like maybe shot selection and stuff like that, and strategy stuff?
I would say no, but I've really tried. I think I've gotten a little bit better.
At least it's honest. Right?
That's our text messages in between matches is, yeah, I probably did some dumb stuff I should have done.
So like that's been my one critique about you over the years. Like, you're a phenomenally talented dude, but like you just make some really dumb mistakes sometimes. Like, and I'm just like, I just wish I could just be there and just like, can we just have a timeout real quick? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do right here?
But when it doesn't miss,
I know, I get it. Yeah, but it's
thing of beauty.
It's crazy. So I was just wondering if you thought that like there was like something that you were actively trying to do, and if it like paid off or something like that at this first signature. So you're telling me no, it's okay.
Yeah, not really.
It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Do you think what's harder to win? All right, at the pro level, is it harder to win doubles or is it harder to win singles?
That's tough. I feel like doubles might be just a little bit harder because you got two people to work with. One's probably gonna be on point, and the other one you never know. So it kind of just mixes, I think, who's gonna throw the bags in the hole and who's gonna mess up when it comes to those rounds that you need them.
Yeah.
But
Ryan, what do you think?
I definitely say doubles.
Okay. Interesting.
Honestly, might go the other route. I think it's singles because like in doubles, there's like maybe 10 or 15 teams that'll always be like in the top 3 or wherever. And then in singles, you have like over 30 people that can win it no matter what.
Yeah. No, I agree. And if you even look at like single standings, they're pretty variable year to year. Maybe like the top 10 are kind of like mixed up, but you look from like,
I mean, it's 30 to 20 all, or I mean, 50 to 20 all jump around like,
correct,
within that realm year in, year out.
yeah, no, it's very true. Where did you guys going into this season? Like, there was like, I think a lot of other teams got noise behind them, right? Like popular pairings, kind of going, and then you guys kind of just snuck in there. Did you like kind of going into this like in a way like under the radar?
Yeah, definitely. You got the spotlight's not going to be on you as much, so you got a lot of room to show people what you can do, and obviously we've shown people what we can do now. So I'm sure that light's going to be on us a little bit more. But I definitely like coming in as an underdog team for sure.
We tried to put the spotlight on you.
I know.
People just didn't want to listen to it. But
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I heard the pairing, I was yeah, like it just sounded like a really good pairing on paper. I've seen both of you play a lot, so like, just kind of as a fan, it made sense to me. So like, I'm just happy that it was successful. I should have put money on you.
Yeah, it was interesting because more, I think, and Ryan and Chris may have experienced the same thing from their peers, but I had more comments from other pros and other pro teams going, "Holy crap, that's
Yeah.
a good team."
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
People that are in the sport that knew that was a good pairing immediately. The fans or the social media, comments and stuff were positive, but the people that are actually in this game saw immediately that was a pretty significant pairing that kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, and you guys both have like pretty loyal fan bases. You know what I mean? Like you guys are both popular guys. There's not like you don't ever hear anything like negative about you guys. I mean, besides like dumb shots and stuff, but besides that, like, everything's very positive.
Yeah, they're still young though.
Yeah,
They've got plenty of time.
You're correct. How do you guys handle the bags right now? Like, are you guys throwing the same bags in singles, or does somebody switch up for doubles, or how does that work?
Well, right now I throw the Dirty Dragons, and I think he's sticking with the Power Dragons for singles. Um, Doubles, I think it's just kind of depending on the day because we've thrown both bags really. We've had to switch back and forth from the Power and the Dirty at that signature that we were playing at, and they both really played well for us. So there was no
that's
problem
crazy.
adjusting.
I mean, which is great because you hear it all the time when a
Yeah.
guy has to change bags and
Just
like
fall
then he
apart.
loses. Yeah, well then
Yeah.
exactly. He loses the next game and falls apart. So it's impressive that you guys are able to bounce back for both bags. What makes you guys go from like Dirty to like Power Dragons? Is it just speed of the boards or?
I think what really made the difference was just whether we were playing on broadcast or not. Because when we weren't on broadcast, we were throwing the Powers, but depending on what color the other team had, that's what we were switching to the Dirties.
Okay.
Trying to play a role
feel.
too. We're trying to knock off the opponent's bag choice. If they're comfortable with this bag color, I want to throw the other or make them throw a different bag and see how that affects the game too. So we're kind of trying to play that a little bit.
It's an underrated
Well, now you guys
advantage.
get
I'm not sure everybody takes full advantage of that. Whole top seed gets to pick the bags, and
Yeah,
Well, I was
we
gonna
definitely
say,
try to
does
play
that
that.
happen more? Does that happen more than people realize, like at the pro level?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think enough.
Some people are going to be a little bit more methodical about it, and some just don't care. But if it comes to me and I had a choice, I'm going to play it to the part where if it's going to mess you up, then yeah, I'm going to make you switch the bags.
Yeah, it's competitive advantage. Why wouldn't you?
I mean, cornhole is a 90% mental game at the end of the day. You throw a little wrench in that chain. Start off with a quick, like easy 6 to 10 points because they're just trying to adjust. I mean, that's the difference maker at the pro level nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you guys handle like new expectations? Because like you can't just like sneak in anymore. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to surprise anybody. You're going to have a target on your back a little bit. Like, does that bother you anymore? Do you like that pressure or?
I wouldn't really say too much. I think I'm going to approach every game the same way I would as before. Just go in, be ready to play that 50-round game if we need to, play the long game, and just see what the outcome is. I know we got all the shots, so I think it'll just come down to when those shots do come, who's going to hit it first.
For sure, yeah, love it.
Ryan, what about you?
Yeah, I'd probably agree with him, honestly, with everything. I mean, yeah, we just gotta wait and see and wait for the time when the time is right and shoot our shot.
At the first signature, was there anyone like it could be either singles or doubles that you guys played that maybe you weren't super familiar with, but you walked away thinking like, oh damn, like they're pretty good?
Actually, yeah, there was one team, and that was Zane Kratz and Chase White,
Yeah.
I believe. I'd never heard of
Yeah.
the Chase White kid, but after that game, I
Oh,
was like, okay, yeah, he's
yeah.
definitely on my radar now.
Good.
Yeah, we were notified of him by Chauncey from Swag Bags
Yes.
and kind of watch out. So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that kid, he was not missing for sure.
So I'm just curious, like you guys are as a team, again, I love that your games like meld well together, but how you approached it, like coming up the ranks, I feel like is entirely different. It's like, Chris, I kind of attribute you as like a grinder. Like you have gotten better and better each and every year, and it's like a marked difference as you keep moving up. Ryan, you burst on the scene at I think you were 16 when we first started hearing your name, and you were already at that upper echelon, and like you're maintaining that success. So like, I'm just curious how like what's your different approaches to like maintain success or keep getting better? Like, do you just keep throwing bags at like local blind draws, or are you guys like constantly like training and like trying to figure it out?
For me, it's a little bit of both. You know, I get a lot of my practice going to local blind draws. So anytime I'm practicing or playing at a local blind draw, I'm practicing, you know, putting blocks, working on my rolls, cuts, and just dirtying up the board whenever I can. And then when I'm not playing at a local, I'll probably bring the boards outside and throw for like, let's say about 2 to 3 hours, just working on my mechanics and just chasing the hole.
Oh yeah.
Now you got that luxury.
And
time of
hey,
year.
I do need to say your throw is looking good right now. All right.
I appreciate that. Nice, smooth,
Yeah, 'cause I know
slow,
you-
and efficient.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It looked nice. I was so proud when I saw that shit. I'm like, because I know you've been going through it. You know what I mean? But that was
I
good.
still missed the
Yeah.
2017 program beforehand. Though that was one of my favorite throws of
Yeah,
all time.
I've had to tweak it a lot of times, so I'm finally getting to that final form that I'm liking. So
Yeah.
see how
It
it
looked
goes.
repeatable. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like about
Yeah.
throws. They look repeatable. And I thought it was right there. So
So how about you, Ryan? Is it just like God given talent? You just like
do you I know you
raise
seem
it?
like somebody that doesn't practice much. Do you practice?
I've had, like in the recent past 3 years, I hardly played. I just played the
Yeah,
big
that's what I figured.
tournaments,
Yeah.
open, but this year I've actually changed a lot. I've been doing
Okay.
regionals. I've been trying to practice, but I practice by myself, so it gets boring sometimes. So I only do that for like 20 minutes, maybe.
I got you.
Try the ACL video game. You know, that'll really get your juices pumping. You can learn a lot from that too. Just needed to throw a pretty jab in there because
Oh, for sure.
the game still sucks.
So Ryan, tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your life like right now? Do you work at all right now, or is cornhole your full-time gig? Or
Pretty much cornhole is my full-time thing right now, but I'm a freshman in college right now, so
oh yeah,
I got school
what are you
starting
studying?
back up. Yeah. What?
What are you studying?
Auto body?
Oh yeah. Have you always had an interest in cars?
Yeah, pretty much my whole life, yeah.
That's cool. Oh yeah. What are your other hobbies besides cornhole?
I like playing basketball a lot. I'm on an intramural team right now.
Hell yeah.
for
You guys any
college.
good?
Nice.
Yeah, we're pretty good. We haven't lost yet.
Oh, you can. I was gonna say you can brag a little bit. That's all right. That's just intramurals. So much fun. Is there like so? I love intramurals because there's always so much shit talk, and it always gets to the point of like there might be a fight.
Dude, that
Like every time, like every team. Do you have a guy in your team that almost always gets in a fight?
No, not
Are you
really.
that guy?
I mean,
Are you that
no.
guy? All right.
That'd be funny.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not
I know.
definitely not. Yeah, definitely not the guy that gets into fights. No.
Fair enough. Or describe your game. Chris, do you play basketball too?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm more of a-
Dane is very good at this. I
All right.
want Dane. Dane's going to describe your basketball games. All right, just
Yeah,
based off
all
his
right, so-
personality and what he knows about you. All right,
Chris is
Who do you want to
definitely.
start with?
Let's start with Chris.
Okay,
All
I
right,
like this.
Chris, you're a shooter for sure, but you have a weird release. Clearly, it's probably like what do they call that one? The fake, like whatever that fake release is or some shit. But you have good handles. When you get to the rim, though, you try to get too fancy and miss easy layups sometimes.
But he's a grinder on defense.
Exactly.
He'll
But
slap that
hell of a defender.
hand down, man.
All
down.
right. And then Ryan, I think he's steady Eddie. I think in like a la Kevin Love. Like
Okay.
he can do it all.
All right.
And he's a great
Distributor?
teammate to
Yeah, for
everybody.
sure. Yeah.
You know, I think that's kind of the
Big
vibe I
time,
get
yeah.
from him.
Kill it from outside stretch
Yeah.
guy.
Now Ryan can when you he can get you to a championship, and Chris will win it for you.
Oh wow! All
right? Like
All
on
right.
a
I like
on
that.
an NBA court.
I like that. All right, how close was he?
That was pretty spot on. That's pretty much my game. Yeah. I
Looking
suck
at
on the inside.
Yeah, I
Ryan
probably
didn't
agree.
hate the he didn't
Uh-uh.
hate the Kevin Love, so
Hey,
No, I liked that. He's
treasure
like
in my eyes.
he's kind of a catch and shoot guy. He loves passing the ball and all that. Yeah,
dude,
I like
Kevin
it.
Love's one of our favorites, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Cleveland legend. I love that dude.
I have a yellow Kevin Love Cavs jersey that in the playoff game out of like that I attended out of nowhere, I got a massive bloody nose. And I had to run to the bathroom like just at the end of like just before the second half was about to start. I missed the entire like third quarter from this bloody nose. And it was all over this jersey and I left it there because we ended up winning the championship that season. So I still have it, bloodstained and all. Just
Hanging
up
in the rafters.
Yeah, just hanging up.
Hanging in the rafters.
One of my faves, man.
Ryan, did you play basketball in high school, like growing up, or?
Yeah, I did until I turned pro. Then I stopped playing because I just wouldn't attend like games and whatnot because it was during the weekends. And
Did you play baseball too growing up?
I played like in junior high, but after that,
Oh, you did?
it
Okay.
wasn't for me.
Basketball is kind of the main focus then.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you discover cornhole?
Pretty much it was like when we went camping and whatnot, and my dad loved playing as well, so I'd always play with him and my brothers. And then some like people that were also like at the campsite, they would like say there's tournaments nearby and say go to there, and then like big names would come to there and say go here, and just etc.
So like, okay, so you went from like just playing at the campground. How did you
Yeah.
find yourself as like a pro player then all of a sudden?
I I mean
He's
people
really
just
good. I know that, but like,
I mean, just by people telling me like go to these places and get your name out there, and you should just keep doing what you're doing, and you might get there.
did you have to go through like the pro qualifier or anything like that, or did you qualify like on points or?
I'm pretty sure I would have qualified through points, but I ended
Okay.
up winning the advanced singles at Worlds,
That's right.
so that also got
Okay.
my spot.
That's how it got in. Okay. All right. I couldn't quite remember. All right. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Was that one of the hardest brackets you'd ever played in?
Probably, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's back
We
when-
hear it.
Yeah.
Hear it all the time. That was it is. It's the hardest bracket of all time.
I mean, early in the early pro days, advanced division was still considered like the hardest because pros were allowed to still play in advanced as well at Worlds. So like you had pros and then all the other best players in the world all
No, it was
competing. So,
bananas. Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. So hell yeah.
Are any of you guys golfers?
Not really. I kind of suck at golf.
Really?
Yeah, I would love to see your golf swing
I would too.
with your cornel.
Yeah.
Be
like
like
your golf.
Jim
would be-
Furyk, like a
Yes,
Jim
yeah,
Furyk
a
golf swing
lefty
to
Jim
go at
Furyk
the-
could be like going through the matrix. Like, Jesus Christ. Ryan would be able to hit the ball 300 yards and it wouldn't even look like he's like
Yeah,
he
you
looked
would-
like he bored it was like
yeah, you
bored at
breathe
you know what
on
I mean?
it, and that
It's
thing
so
would just
unfair.
rocket off the club.
Like
Yeah.
like me being short
See
bat
you
like
lanky guys
I
out
hate that
there.
stuff.
All right, your casual swings
It's crazy.
pissing me off.
Swing out of my shoes.
Yeah.
So Dan, I got to ask you, what was it about these two that you thought they were a good fit for Draggin Bags?
Well, obviously Chris being in Arizona and Gina being on our team for a couple of years, knew Chris really well. I tried to grab Chris the first year, but he's a man of integrity and a specific individual in Arizona really worked with him and helped him, and he stuck to his guns and went with Ultra that first couple of years. So when he was available, it was kind of a no-brainer. We want to add the other part of the family to the family.
Yeah.
And then it really became, this was kind of the first year, and this even with Gina, this is kind of the first year that trying to find partners for people that would throw the same bags kind of became a big deal, right? In the past,
yeah,
it would kind of winged it. Gina played with Cheyenne last year, and they would switch back and forth. And but this year it kind of became an issue that we really needed to find people to partner up. So, Sam volunteered like quick out in Spencer's when Gina got her top 100. Sam volunteered quick, and so we worked that out. And then Chris started looking, and we were talking about tons of different people, and then Ryan's name popped up, which I was surprised, right? I mean, associated Ryan with the BG
Yeah,
brand
it was like
ever.
the lights of heaven just beamed down.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I mean, there are
be
certain
honest,
people though tied to a
I
brand.
was
100%.
shocked.
You're right. Yeah.
'Cause I didn't know he was not going to be with BG anymore, not playing with Ryan Smith anymore, and so I was kind of came out of left field for me. But once that happened, then I was like, yeah, let's try to make this work out. And we're going to do some negotiating classes with him, though, where I'm going to negotiate his next contracts in the future. But he worked out for us, and him and Chris, like I said, as soon as they paired up, I knew it was going to be a good team. I think I told you guys it would be a good team. I told anybody that would listen. I think that their personalities go well together. In Albuquerque, it was fun to watch them play. I spent a lot more time at the broadcast board than I ever had before because they were constantly at the broadcast board, so that was fun.
Nice.
But they just pair well. They the way they talk back and forth on the boards is good. So I was excited about it, and we kind of lucked into Ryan being available and wanted to do a deal and get on the team. And like I said, I think I think the last event was the first of more to come, right? I mean, it's hard to say in this sport that anybody, every week, every month is going to be right back there and winning the championship. But I do think these are a couple of guys that will consistently be contending for brackets and top fours and championships, just because of how well they play together. And when somebody does do a shot that's not great, you don't see the body language from the other one that is disappointing, or they just like I said, they play well, communicate well, support each other well. I laughed in Albuquerque because it was the first time that like Chris had to be the person that talked the most. Like Chris is usually the quiet one, and Chris was the one that was talking the most. So that was interesting. But Ryan's brother came with him to Albuquerque. Got kind of different personality than Ryan, so we hung out a lot together. And I think he was a good cornhole player there for a while too, wasn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, he was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he was excited too to see the way they played together and how they communicated. Like I said, we've got good players on our team from top to bottom. Thankfully our top two teams with Chris and Ryan and Sam and Gina are well known, well respected, and will be contending a lot. So that it's good for us. It's good for them.
Well, clearly the bags are working too. So that's really the end game here
for sure.
All right.
I mean, obviously, in terms of doubles, it helps a whole lot winning the first one and getting a top seed. It just makes the rest of the year just a whole lot nicer. You don't have to dig out of a hole. You guys have a luxury right now, and you guys are going to be a really tough out. Like you can't guarantee anyone's going to win it, but like there's certain teams that you see how they play together, and they're going to be a tough out. And that's all and those are the ones that tend to be like the top 5 teams. And I think you guys already solidified like easily top 5, like right now in terms of like power rankings and stuff, and it's easy. So
let's make it a surefire one. Then we'll just have some fun with it.
I am interested because you guys are interested, like you guys, when you have a bad round, who's harder on themselves when they have a bad round between you two?
That's tough because I know we both kind of kick ourselves in the butt or whatever about having a bad round, but I'd probably say me, just depending on how I'm feeling, but I try to not let it be. Just try to be a pro and move on. But I will say there was a round that I do remember giving up an 8 spot. I just look up at Ryan and, just the face he had is kind of like, what are you doing? And I was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing either, man. I'm trying to figure it out here. But yeah, he picked me up right after that round. So, just move on.
Right. What were you thinking at that moment?
We're going to give up the 8.
Yeah, the 8 spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I knew he probably wasn't going to do it the rest of the tournament because.
I was like, I can't do that again. It's a one-time deal. We were sitting pretty too. We probably had like a good 10-point lead, and then just definitely erased that deficit.
Chris, let me ask you, so singles didn't look like it went as well as you would have hoped day one. Was there any concerns going in that was going to go into doubles, or do you think you threw well in singles and it was just tough breaks?
I definitely could have threw a lot better in singles. Just bags weren't rolling the way I wanted them to, and this is the last bag syndrome, it seemed like. But I didn't really want it to affect.
Sean can't make a last bag. It's actually physically impossible.
Yeah, something
Thank
about that
you.
last bag, man. I can hit all the hard shots, and then once that last bag comes to clean up the round, it's like, oh, I don't know how to play all of a sudden. But yeah, I think I had an okay run. I definitely could have did a lot better than what I did, but I wasn't gonna let that affect doubles because I knew that Ryan would be able to pick me up if I did have a round or two where, I'm not scoring 12. So definitely
sure.
good to have him on the other side to boost the confidence a little bit more.
Absolutely. Let me get some listeners.
So, really difficult question. I want to know everyone's perfect sandwich.
Oh,
All right,
Good
so
one.
if you can get any sandwich in the world, like let's lay it on the line here, and we'll start off with our beloved sponsor, Dan. Let's hear yours first.
perfect sandwich.
Yep, perfect sandwich.
Hmm.
And we're going cold only. All right, let's just make it easy.
Yeah. All right. I
We'll
like
go
that.
cold sandwich
Okay,
only.
cold sandwich only. Okay.
Yeah, let's say like you open up a sandwich for lunch at work,
And you're thrilled.
and this is like the perfect sandwich you can make for yourself.
If it's the perfect sandwich I can make for myself, it's going to be very simple, right? First of all,
Yeah,
if
fine.
somebody else is making it, I want that nice Italian cold cut sandwich with some vinegar and some slaw and stuff like that. If I'm making it, but my favorite's probably going to be bologna and cheese with mustard.
All right, bologna. All right, we're gonna go. He just set the precedent. What you can make yourself.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
so bologna, cheese, mustard.
Bologna,
I
cheese, and
respect
mustard.
that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great combo. Any specific cheese? Are we gonna get that specific on
American.
this?
I mean, it would just be American cheese.
All right, good man. Good
Let's
man. No other way.
Let's not class this over a little bit. I mean, come on.
No reason to church it up.
Yeah. You're not putting brie on fucking bologna. Let's be serious.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm honestly, my love for bologna. Like, I've
You
always
do
been-
have an
yeah.
affinity.
So, if I'm gonna go, but I also like to change it up. I don't want to go too much. So I actually enjoy putting ham with it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Sean, you're
Crazy.
growing up.
Put it on a
Holy shit.
bagel. Oh my god.
All right, so just any cheese?
Pepper jack if I have it, or provolone. Provolone's always a staple.
Man,
So
nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Ryan, what are you feeling on your sandwich?
I mean, I don't know. I'm a college student, so I'm just gonna go with PB&J.
I mean, that's true.
All right, there's nothing wrong with a PB and J.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Chris.
We'll send you like
Yeah.
a crate of ramen or ramen noodles or something like that.
Hell yeah, cup
Yeah.
of soup.
Perfect.
Wait,
Perfect.
Oh, there you go.
What's called?
Chris, what are you
Yeah,
thinking?
What are you thinking?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm probably gonna feed off of what Daniel was saying, but I do like bologna. I'm gonna go pepper jack cheese, lettuce, mayo, mustard. I'm gonna spice it up a little bit and put some chips in it too.
Oh, all right.
Salt and
what kind
vinegar
of chip?
potato chips in there, crunched up.
Yeah.
What kind
Yeah,
of
potato
you going
chips.
with?
Gotta be potato.
All right, fair enough.
Hell yeah.
You gotta get the texture change, right? That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Not weird.
Little crunch.
Just a
It's all
texture
about the
change.
crunch. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. So we had a few listener questions.
Well, I don't even get to say my sandwich.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna go like roast, like
you're right.
top it
My
off with
bad.
like a little bit of hot sauce, like call it a day.
I thought you were going to say hot dog.
No hot dog. Sean's actually the hot dog.
He's
guy.
like cold, so
Yeah. I mean, you can eat a cold wiener any day. Sean.
I mean,
no one's stopping.
Reggie Reichs wants to know, when was the first time you ever threw Draggin Bags?
First time I threw Draggin Bags would probably be I'd say about 4.5 years ago. I threw with Maddie actually.
Tell him why.
Yeah, I threw with Maddie in the AZ tournament open. I think we threw some OG style dirty dragons or something like that. And some RNAs.
RNAs. All right.
The old RNAs, the genetic material.
Mm-hmm.
I got a set of DNAs right behind that closet over there.
You do?
Love 'em.
Ryan, what about you? You have a long history with Dragon?
No, not really, but I did throw one tournament back in 2021. It was a regional, and I threw a K9 set of double dragons, I think they are.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I knew Reggie had to have known that.
Love the shout out for K9 too.
Yeah. Oh
Wally.
yeah, look at that.
Love
Yeah,
the
Wally.
So Sean, we have both beat. My first Draggin Bag experience was 2018, I believe.
No, probably 2020,
2019.
maybe
It was
2019.
before COVID that we already had.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Draggin
Yeah,
Bags
you're
was
right.
good.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it was
2019.
the tail end of 2018 was
Yeah.
when we got them. Before we ever had a podcast, we knew about those things.
Yep.
Sean has the oldest set
I do.
out there, the OGs.
The original.
Yep. Sweet.
50/50s. I'm not going to admit how much I paid for those back in the day, so publicly. So this is way too much. Billy wants to know: does Ryan have a preferred brand of jeans? This. I like this
This is
question.
actually a great question. You're a jeans guy too.
You are a
I
jeans guy.
respect
Yeah,
your
for sure.
take on this.
It's probably just Levi.
Do you go for a specific cut?
No, not really. I don't like the baggy ones, but other than that, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So do you buy your jeans like brand new from Levi and work them in yourself, or do you already buy them like good man?
No, yeah, I buy them brand new.
Okay. Fair
Good
enough.
man. Respect.
Fair enough.
That's a jeans guy right there, Sean. All right.
All right. You're a car guy, Ryan. What's the dream car?
Um,
Oh, it's perked up there. There we go. There we go.
probably like a 2023 King Daytona orange, a Dodge Charger.
Oh, orange.
Yeah.
Really? You're an orange guy?
Hell yeah.
Really?
I'm here for it. That's my favorite.
All right. Yeah, I was to say that says a lot about your personality. You are not a introvert after all. Interesting.
Chris, what about you? Do you have a favorite car? A dream car?
Not really. I'd say probably like a Corvette or something like that. I probably already got my dream car, which was a '96 square body Chevy. It's back at home in my hometown.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's something about those like the
Gangster,
old
bro.
trucks.
Yeah,
I mean,
love
like
'em.
the square bodies, like they just new trucks. I don't know, like I don't know. Like no offense, Dan. Can you earmuff it for a second? But the new trucks, they kind of look pussy shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, because they're all round and fluffy. But, like I don't know, like the '90s box trucks. Like I don't know, they
And
just
they have
look
to put like hardcore names like Raptor on it to sound like cool or something.
I've never had anybody say my truck looked like a pussy truck, by the way.
Meanwhile, Sean has to
My first truck,
my
my first truck was a 74 Chevy short wide with a 454 in it. Custom, Chevy Custom 10. That was a sweet ass ride.
a lot of letters and numbers to me, and I will be honest, I know nothing about cars, so
It was
I know
454
what I
was
like,
bad.
though.
That was when you could work on engines yourself because it was no electronics. It was just like a regular engine. And I blew 2 of them. So I got really good at putting new engines in that truck. But it was fast with that 454 horsepower engine. It was fast.
yeah, I can imagine. Ryan, is there anything particular like in automotive industry like that you want to get into or that interests you more than others?
Yeah, I like the detailing part of it a lot.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience with that or?
Very minimal, not too much.
Okay. That's cool.
That's why he's learning, Sean.
No, I know. I didn't know if like that's why like it was something like sparked his interest about it, or if there was like a class or something like that you'd like to. There's always a reason behind something. Never quite know. Sure. All right.
What else we got?
Well, we have to do a draft.
Oh, I know. I was trying to come up with one in the moment. I didn't know if you had more.
Nope.
Listener questions.
Both of them were just they wanted to know like the backstory of how they got together, so we covered that.
Gotcha. Yeah, we really did.
One guy did want to know what it was like to throw the greatest bags in the world. The best
Sean
brand.
Rumpke, correct. You're right.
Did ask that question. What's it like to throw
Ask
the
the
best?
champs how it
bag
feels
out?
to throw the best bags on the market. Ryan, we'll start with you. You're already smiling, so.
It feels good. Obviously, statistically, I'm throwing a lot better than I was with BG. So, that's probably something.
Science, Anthony. Shit. Suck it, Anthony.
So is Sam, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's true.
Hey,
That is
love
true.
it.
That's true.
Stats don't lie. We've been saying.
We actually, you'll hear like in the episode earlier, we went over Arizona Burn, and their team rank went up like 40 points from where they would have finished in 2025 up to currently. So like they all played.
Yeah, it was all like a collective like point system that we did, but yeah, it was fun to read.
Oh, before we get in the draft, I got to ask you, like, what did you guys think? You guys were both drafted. Was that like, what was that? Were you guys expecting to get drafted? Did anyone contact you before that? Were you surprised? Like,
I was really surprised actually. I wasn't really knowing where I was gonna go. I was hoping to get drafted. I don't know if
Okay.
it was gonna be early or late, but I was just glad to get drafted. Really.
Did you get like a phone call? Like, is it like the NFL, like where you get the phone call like 30 seconds before the game?
Yeah. Brandon
Whole
actually
fam.
called me, I'd say about like 10 minutes before it happened. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
was on the phone. He's like, "You're probably gonna hear your name right now." So that was really cool to see that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Ryan, what about you?
Yeah, I had a couple teams reach out to me like before. I kind of
Okay.
figured I was gonna go first round the way people were talking. I just didn't know
Okay.
when.
Do you like where you ended up?
Yeah, but yeah,
You
for
guys,
sure.
yeah, it's a fun spot. I think you guys are both ended up in great situations team wise.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you have California. You guys, like, kind of. What did we say? They're kind of like that. They were the up and coming team, like full of up and comers last year, but now you guys are
You
all
guys
like
have all arrived,
peaked,
and we're
you know what
gonna
I mean,
be
and like a one team.
what's up.
In Chicago, you guys have just fucking name power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like guys that have like, done well. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna
Chicago
be
has
fun.
like your guys' like list is so interchangeable.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy when you look at all the names and different configurations. It's kind of fun to
It's gonna be very
to think
fun.
about.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited about it. Are you guys like? Are you all like? Are you guys bought into the teams thing?
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like the direction that they're headed into. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the
Do
season
we know
goes.
yet? Is this round limited or to 21?
Um, they usually do round limited, so I think they might keep it that way. But I don't know. They might switch it.
We keep hearing
on us.
conflicting stories.
Yeah, I
Some
thought
people
it.
are telling us that it's to 21 now,
Hmm.
and they're just
Well,
getting
that'd
rid
be
of limited in the
that'd be
pro realm, but it
Interesting.
That
completely
would be
changes
better.
things. Because some of these like draft picks, like I think people were maybe thinking round limited, like on it too. Like at the time, it's strange.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then do we know, do you guys have any idea, have you guys been told how like the matchups are gonna work? Like in terms of like who gets to announce who's playing who? Like is there gonna be like a bag spin and then one team gets to decide like, hey, who this is who we're throwing out for singles, and then you decide who's thrown out for doubles. You know what I mean? Like is there any of that? Do you
Yeah.
know?
I'm not sure how that's going to be decided, but I think they're probably still going to keep it that route. Like, throw out whoever our singles players are going to be, and then they throw out whoever they want to play against
Okay.
us. So, but yeah, I'm not completely sure on how they're doing that.
Interesting. Things I hope they clarify soon.
Yeah.
But
All right, so I have an exercise for everybody.
okay.
We have the college national championship coming up.
Okay.
So on the count of 3, I want you to say out loud who's going to win.
Mm.
All right, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Indiana.
Nebraska.
Nebraska's not in it. Get out of here.
Indiana for sure.
Didn't Nebraska was on the up, and then your guys' quarterback just left for Oregon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one photo of Patrick Mahomes in like a Ducks jersey, and he's like, "Fuck, I got
I'm
to
going.
I have to call. Like it's my sign. Like that's all I need to see." Are you a Nebraska fan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you a wrestling fan too, or just football?
I'm more basketball, but yeah,
Fair
football
enough.
probably.
Wait, Nebraska has a basketball team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
we're 16 and 0 right now.
I'm just kidding. They play basketball in Nebraska?
Yeah, they're pretty damn good right now, Sean. All right.
That's nice. That's good. Listen, I mean, everything's going well right now. Do you have a draft yet or no?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay,
So,
cool.
just blanking on it.
All right. Well,
Who do you
That's
guys have
perfect,
for
'cause I
the
was dreading that thing
Super Bowl?
anyway.
yeah. Sorry.
Who do you guys think's going to win the Super Bowl? It's even more exciting.
Ooh.
Bears.
Yeah, I do. It's hard to. I don't want them to win, but like the Rams just seem inevitable a little bit.
I
Seems
think the
like
Rams
kind
get
of done.
bounced next round.
I don't know.
Ooh,
No,
I
I'm
think-
going Buffalo.
Buffalo, I would like to see. I think this is the
For
if
some reason,
Buffalo can just stay within one score every game
Yep.
and get Josh Allen the ball within the last 2 minutes, I think they're going to be all right because their defense just isn't that good.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So they have the best
There's
quarterbacks.
something about
left,
them.
so.
They just keep winning these like
Yeah.
bullshit games, and I think it might actually pay off. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah,
We will
Buffalo,
see.
Buffalo, I think, has got a good shot on that side. And then again, the other side, I don't know. I'm just glad
We
Philadelphia.
all
got
agree we
knocked
just
out.
don't
That's all
want
I
it to
cared
be
about.
the Patriots. Like, I just don't want it to be the Patriots.
I don't want New England either, but I
Like,
mean,
they already had too many good years. Like, you had Tom
Yeah.
fucking Brady, you got Drake May, you're gonna win a Super Bowl eventually. Can you just wait a few more fucking years? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, this comes from somebody that's like never gonna see it here.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? Like, can you guys just wait a little bit?
I mean,
like-
we're in a division that every coach is getting fired. We're leaving, so now like it's just gonna start fresh next year. It's gonna
That's
be insane for
awesome.
NFC North.
Well, and Buffalo's been there a few times and never won, and Josh and
Yes,
them have
correct.
been on the precipice every year and never got it done. And
For
so,
Josh Allen's legacy, I want him to win
For sure.
a Super Bowl. Can't be another Jim Kelly.
you know,
Can only be one.
There can only be
Can
one.
only be one. All right, boys. We'll let the folks go at home. We'll have you guys hang on just for a minute. But thank you for taking some time out of your night. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us on. It's fun to come out and talk to y'all, talk about Rams
Huh?
stuff.
Yeah, we'll have you guys on
Thank
again
you.
after you win another one. For sure. Dan, always a
Bye.
pleasure, sir.
always.
Go buy Draggin Bags. Obviously, they
Fuck
they
yeah! I mean,
help you win shit. So
literally have
pretty simple.
also the world's greatest cornhole bag. It's
Just happens to
you
be
know
right there.
they throw
One of these right here.
champions here throw the greatest cornhole bags ever made. So yes, go
Just
buy
do
them.
it. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with more audio gold. But until then, we hope you threw it straight. That's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.